Are we on? Okay, welcome to the Future Comedy Show, episode 11, with former top-ranked podcaster on my podcast, Eric Fadie. How you doing, man?
Well, I was doing good until I just was informed that my episode was not the most viewed, and I'm not happy about that.
Well, you did have the, for about an entire month, you had the most views. It was just under 1,400, or just over 1,400 views on our first podcast. It was actually our second podcast overall altogether, and you crushed it, and people were clamoring, Eric. They're like, oh my gosh, that guy does so much for charity. They loved you. And then I had Barb Smith on yesterday.
I know, it stings, but you know what? I'm going to put all my efforts in the next week. If I have to share this 5 times a day, every day the next week to get the top spot again, I will.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do whatever I can.
Well, we had like 30-something shares on the last video. But Eric...
I'm wearing your pants today, so I don't know if that's good enough. I mean, your tight pants.
So Eric shows up to my house, and I come out, and I come out of the bathroom, I look at him, and he's like adjusting his pants, and it looks like he's just taking his pants off in front of my girlfriend. I'm like, Eric, what are you doing? He's like, the Mountain Dew got me. They popped the button.
I know, it's so ridiculous. I guess I'm getting fat. This is not the first pair of pants in the last 6 months that I've had a situation, so...
that used to happen to me all the time.
I know.
It's because you won't ever let go of the pants, like you're getting bigger.
I know.
The funniest thing was I gave Eric a pair of pants, and they were like my second state. I have like 2 pairs of pants I wear. I wear a black pair of pants, I wear a light blue pair of pants. And I'm wearing my black pair of pants, so I said, Eric, you can wear these, and you could literally see his nuts through them. They were so tight.
Which is pretty impressive, because there's not much to see there. So if that's how tight they were. You know what I mean? Like, if you can see them through those pants, they're pretty tight. Get it?
They were super tight.
Small testicles. People don't get the joke. I like to tell them what the joke was.
We have 8 people watching, but they're not saying anything. So if you guys are watching, make sure you say something so we know you're there. Tonight, Eric and I will be at Jen's place with Mike Czar.
Hilarious Mike Czar.
Hilarious Mike Czar.
I love him.
I haven't seen Mike Czar in probably like 2 or 3 years. What's up, George? Nice to see you. I do have him on my wall right there. See, right next to Mike Stanley? It was a show. Mike Ball, Mike Stanley, Mike Czar, and David Welfare.
That's a pretty good show.
That is a nice show. That's a very nice show. And I'm very excited to have him. He's driving up from Toledo with Adam Gilbert. Adam's always a very funny guy. You know Adam?
Yeah, I do. I don't think I've seen him in a while. I'm not sure. I don't know. Sometimes, you do these things, and I don't know how many times I just saw Mike Czar. I think I saw him a few weeks ago at some place, but it's like, you really do, I think, forget sometimes when you've seen somebody or when you haven't. I don't know.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
So, now, yesterday we had my thing was we're doing a Stand Up Against Suicide fundraiser, and we had Barb on last night, and literally sold...
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
We sold about 60 tickets in one day. It was incredible. It's like we're about to be sold out of that.
That's awesome.
I think there's like literally maybe 20 tickets left that we have.
That's a great cause, man. Suicide, there's a lot of... Suicide numbers are really, I think, as high, if not higher than they've ever been right now. And it's one of those things where you just never... A lot of times people don't know. Like, people don't know. The person that's going through it is just too ashamed to admit that they're feeling this way or something like that. So a lot of it just goes into, like, trying to, like, get the word out there for people that, like...
To know it's okay.
Right, know that you're not the only one. There's literally probably thousands, if not more, hundreds of thousands of people feeling this way.
Yeah, and you should have seen how sad Eric looked in those pants. He looked very sad.
Thank you. Not suicidal sad, but sad.
But yeah, just sad. He's like, oh my goodness, I can't breathe.
Right.
But I kind of want to bring the subject back to you because you are a master of charities. You've raised over... Well, with a team, but you were like the cover boy. You were the playboy of it. Your team raised $80,000.
You know what? I should be shameful and not change that. It's actually like just over 60. I meant to tell you it was just over 60. I didn't hear you say 80 today. I apologize.
Oh, that's
my fault.
Hey, Jessica Beals just said I miss Mike Ball. Hey Jessica, we have super great news. We'll be doing a show up in Gaylord.
Nice.
I think what's the date on that Gaylord show? It's we're gonna be doing it at Timothy's Pub.
16th.
February 16th with me, Cameron, and Eric Walensky. So, Jessica, we're coming to see you. So you call Bob Bergdorf and you let him know that we're coming. We're going to be at Timothy's Pub. I think tickets are only $10. So I'd love to see you, Jessica. That's for sure. But more about Eric Fadie. He's too humble. He raised only $60,000.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't even.
Only $60,000.
I didn't want to make you look stupid because I corrected you, but I also didn't want to sit there and take claim for something I didn't do. But,
well, you're gonna make the other $20,000.
But I will say this: I'm going to do another drive, and I'm going to put you on the spot here.
And this is what I was looking for.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. I'm doing another drive mid-February, and we are raising money this time, but like a little twist to it is I'm going to sleep in the back of my car for like almost a week, for about a week, but I'm going to like challenge other people to just spend a night in the back of their car.
So Eric Fadie looked at me with his nuts bulging out of his pants. He said, "Will you do it, Mike Ball?"
Right.
And I said, of course. I have a 2005 Pontiac Aztek. I can fit a mattress in the back of that. I'll sleep in the back of there, no problem.
Nice.
I have a cooler right in there. I'll pack myself a nice hot cocoa, and I'll leave the car running. I'll bring my Netflix. I will Netflix and chill next
with yourself.
To your car. I will do. Well, maybe I'll bring a friend.
Hey, I Netflix and chill with myself more often than not, to be honest with you.
So this is a fundraiser for Eric Fadie. We need to get him somebody to sleep in the back of his car with him.
Yeah, I'll just, and you know what, I'll put. If anyone wants to find me, my name is Eric Fadie on Facebook, and I'll be posting stuff about this. But essentially, I'm going to have a hashtag. I don't have the hashtag yet, but it's kind of like under the Ice Bucket Challenge, where the hope is that maybe somehow we can get a bunch of people. We're
sleep in the car.
Right, we're going to be asking for money, but more so if we can just get a bunch of people to spend that night in their car and maybe just get a little bit of a sense of what it's like for some of these people in the cold times. It's going to be middle of February, so it'll be decently cold, and just to spread the word about homelessness and that it's a problem out there that we should look at. So
I love that. And I think most comedians, if any comedians are watching this, are probably like, I sleep in my car all the time.
Right, I know, dude. I've slept in my car for gigs or something before. I've taken naps. Like I've gotten off work before and had to like kill 3 hours and just slept in my car. So I guess I have done it before.
How long are you sleeping in your car for?
I'm going to do it for 6 nights.
Holy moly.
So
now how's that work? You just sleep in there and then you get to go somewhere else?
No, I'm going to do kind of similar to my thing last year where I slept in a tent for 4 nights. This time I'm doing 6. I'm going to sleep in my car at night. I'm going to go do the podcast, the Detroit Cast, which you can find at thedetroitcast.com. iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. It's a 5-day-week podcast that I'm a part of. But I'm going to just sleep in the car, do the podcast. But usually there's stuff after the podcast I would do, and what I'm going to do is after that I'm just like back to the backseat of the car and sit there for about 6 days.
So you're going to sit. So the podcast is the only time you get out of your car.
Yep. I might be able to sit. I'm allowed to sit in a chair outside of the car for a little bit because I obviously but I'm not going to be like going to the mall or I'm not going to be going home or anything. It's going to be car.
You're trying to be like a homeless person.
I'm going to be a homeless person for 6 days again. And I did that last year for 4 days. I'm going to do it for 6 this time.
I like that. I like how that you became a homeless person and then the next year you became a more successful homeless person
I know.
in the car.
Well, we were just trying to come up with a different gimmick.
Yeah.
And the other thing is we were trying to come up with a way to do it a little differently. So like I said, and I got to give credit to the person who runs the charity, and his name is Ryan. He runs the SOS charity. And when we were coming up with ways, we just, again, you got to kind of keep things fresh. So we thought the backseat of the car mainly just because then we added this component of if we could get a bunch of other people to build up and them kind of to do it and experience it, it might just spread the word around.
I'm coming to park right next to you.
You're welcome to. You're definitely welcome to.
Do they have Wi-Fi out there or what?
I'm going to have hooked up Wi-Fi to my thing. I will say this, when I did it last year, I really did try to leave it as realistic as possible. So I ate just canned foods. I just bought a bunch of beefaroni before and stuff like that. But I do have a Wi-Fi connection only to keep interactive for the charity drive. I don't use it to watch Netflix or anything. I try to be...
You try to be as homeless
as possible. I literally was eating cold beefaronis and shit like that. And I wouldn't heat them up or anything. It was terrible.
Okay.
My tent smelled like ass after 4 days, for sure.
I would imagine. Yeah, when I do mine, I'm definitely living it up. I'm bringing a microwave to plug in.
That's fine. I'm not going to tell the people how to do it. I just want more people to do it for a night.
Can you keep your car on or what?
I'm not going to keep mine on, but if other people, but I'm not saying whatever. I'm not going to say. Mainly, I just want to get the notion of spreading it around. Like I said, I'm going to have a hashtag. I wish I had it yet, but I'm going to just try to get it as big as possible. So I'm not going to tell other people not to do this or that. I just want people
to sleep in your car.
To get in their car for a night. You know, they can do whatever they want. And
bring your wife, or bring your girlfriend or your husband.
You can certainly do whatever you want. And actually, sorry.
No, that's all right. But I'm saying that's a great time to bond. I mean, say your girlfriend or boyfriend's been complaining about something that needs to get done. They're like, oh my gosh, this dining room light needs to be fixed, and you haven't done anything. Blah blah blah. And then you would say, hey, well, why don't you live in a car like some people do?
Totally.
And see what it's like when the overhead light goes
And what will be really cool about this, and I can give more details later, but through the SOS that we've done this for, they're going to have a thing where, like, when you do it, I'll have my own charity. Like, you know, we title, like, you know, raising money, whatever. But, like, everyone that does it can set up their own little page and try to ask, you know, raise a little bit of money. But also, you'll see on this page how many people are doing it. So it'll be kind of like a community thing.
It's going to be the ultimate pyramid scheme.
Exactly.
Of fundraising.
Exactly. It'll be a pyramid scheme for sure. But it'll be helping something out at least. I'm not getting any money from it. I raised more money last year than I made last year. So, I mean, you know.
Of course.
I raised, like, I wish I could have got some of that.
Oh, it's all right. Well, I mean, but on the bright side, you're not homeless. You're on You're on one of the most up-and-coming Detroit. I mean, like, I think podcasts are the future, right? I mean, it's better than... I mean, your numbers have to be doing better than most radio stations, right?
I would say radio's dead for sure, and this is the form of...
Sorry.
This is the form
Shots fired. Bang, bang.
Dude, I wanted to be on radio my whole life, but this is where it's at. Yeah, we've gotten... This is my 4th year. I've been doing it for 4 years, and it's gotten better every year. And just for someone, if you don't know... Our show is a daily podcast, different than a lot. Sometimes they're weekly, some are monthly. We do it daily, but it's more of the style of a morning show where it's like a little pop culture, a little news, a little just making fun of our lives.
And is there a guy going...
We have drops, but we don't have that. We have drops. But
Mike and Jay in the morning.
Yeah, we do not have that shit. But if you're like, the thing that we're against is like just... It's much more raw. It's not for everybody. If you're someone who's more PC or more gets offended, it's not probably for you. It's very. I don't think that we push. You know, we don't say things just to say them, but we give real opinions. And it's tough in real news these days.
Real opinions for real people.
Exactly.
That should be like your slogan.
I know that's kind of
like that.
I know.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good. It's kind of. We tried to come up with some slogans at one point. That was pretty much my pitch.
And they said no.
What
was their slogan now?
We don't really have a slogan, I guess.
They just said fuck the slogan.
Yeah, we stopped.
Can we use Eric's? Nah, we're
just not even going to do one at all. Forget it. We don't need a slogan.
Blaine Morales, my buddy Blaine, famous Blaine Morales said Aztecs voted ugliest car in America.
Dude, I loved the Aztec when it came out. I didn't give a shit. I know a lot of people did feel that it was ugly, but I thought it was different at least.
I think it's dope, man. I mean, I've
never had an issue.
I paid $1,500 for my Aztec. It's crispy red. It looks so nice. It looks like it doesn't have any rust. They're good American cars. 3.1 liters of power. I mean, you can get 5 people in the thing with
3.1 liters is a good amount of liters.
That's a lot. That's more than a 2 liter.
Is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, of course it is. I don't know what my car is, but it's not. I think I have my car has 0.5 liters of power.
Oh, well, what do you drive?
I don't.
Yeah,
a Chevy Lumina, something. But I don't even know cars. I'm just being an asshole. I always like to do that to car people, though. I do like to oh yeah, that's a good amount of horses. Well, if they tell me how many horses, this got this horse, I'm like, that's a good amount of horses.
Yeah. Well, the thing, Blaine likes to talk shit about my Aztec because I used to talk shit about his Jeep. Because if you know anybody that has a Jeep, they're always like, you don't know what it's like to have a Jeep, man.
I don't know what it's like to drive around with a car has the doors open all the time and rolls easily and kind of can go through mud but kind of can't. I mean, what do you mean?
The windows zip up and people can steal your stereo.
Right. You're right. Zip up windows. You're right. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know what that's like.
I don't know.
And I don't want to be honest with you.
Yeah, and he Blaine. I mean, he's like, every time I see him, he's like, you just don't know, man. We have our own wave. Whenever we see another person with a Jeep, we're always like,
yeah, dude, some people do that with Saturns. So what?
The Saturn communities.
The Saturn community. You remember? I don't know how old you are. Do you remember when the commercials for Saturn used to be their big deals? They would make sure they would take a picture with you after you bought your car. Do you remember that?
Oh, no.
They used to have the commercials, and it was like a Polaroid. And it was supposed to be like that you were bonding with like the salesman would take your picture and it would be a Polaroid picture.
I see car salesmen do that all the time on my feed. I have a lot of car salesmen friends. That
must be great.
They always are taking pictures like, look at this person who has a car you can't afford.
Dude, if you think about it, people can bitch about comics who push their shit. Car salesmen are like, and the worst part is like with comics, to me, people can say like, I'm sick of seeing your stupid posts. I get it, you're doing comedy. But there's other comics out there you could come up and have a good time. If I'm not looking for a fucking car, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care, by the way, that you sold a car today. What do I give a shit? Like,
well, they're pumped, man. They make commission.
I know.
They're like just shitting on their dreams. These guys are just trying to feed their family with.
Well, feed your family. I don't need to know about it. I don't know about the Dunkin' Donut guy's job.
That's the next picture. They have the picture of the car, then they have the picture of the nice macaroni and cheese and hot dogs that they have for their family.
Can you imagine if everybody that worked jobs just started showing pictures, like people at McDonald's sold a Big Mac and they just started putting it on their Facebook feed? I just sold a Big Mac.
That'd be fucking dope, dude. Now, I would like to see somebody from McDonald's take a picture and then not get fired for having their phone out. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, right.
Dude, one time I went to the McDonald's right down the road from me, and I was like way younger, and my friend Aaron worked there. And I seen my friend Aaron, we used to go to school together, and he kind of just gave me like a little wink. I ordered 4 chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of money at the time.
Oh, boy.
And the manager handed me the McNuggets, right? And then as soon as I had them in my hand, she's like, give me those back. And I'm like, what? She's like, give them to me back right now. I'm like, what? No. And then she just took them out of my hand, and she opened it up, and she was like, there's 5 nuggets in here.
She was like 5 versus 4?
Yeah, she was pissed, too. She's like, Aaron, come with me. And like, that was the last time I seen him. She might have killed him. I don't know. I haven't seen him since.
Dude, one thing. I look like I maybe messed with the wrong person here. Oh, the biggest sponsor on our podcast is an auto dealership.
That's hilarious.
And I like... I'm not saying I don't like auto dealerships. Zot Ford and Holly is the best place to go to buy an auto dealership, guys. But I mean...
hey, Zot Ford, that's going to be $200 for that Ford.
Right. No, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily need to see the pictures of the cars they sold. That's all I'm saying.
No, that'd be so funny if people just start sending you the pictures of the cars they sold.
They want to send them to me, I suppose. You know what's funny? Going back to that, that is the funniest thing. Like, people that take us... I always found that funny. I used to kind of tell a joke about it, but like the people that treat like minimum wage jobs so freaking seriously.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Like
that was me at Bob Evans, man. I was like, "Where do you need to be seated, sir?"
No. you were a host at Bob Evans.
I was a host at Bob. That was my first job.
That's awesome.
I was. Oh man,
down on the farm.
The job was cool. I mean, one of the managers was like super awesome, and he talked about doing acid all the time and how he was tripping, and then I don't know where he went. I think he went. Yeah, I don't know what ever happened to him.
I'm sure he lived a good life, but he probably became CEO of a big company.
He got lost with Aaron. But the worst thing was I can't even talk about that on the thing. But the worst thing was I had to clean the bathrooms, and imagine Bob Evans' bathrooms. Oh.
I used to clean gas station bathrooms, so I hear you.
Oh yeah, then you know, man, you know all about that. We have about 10 minutes left. Let's get into. What are you doing? What are you doing for New Year's resolutions?
I was thinking, I don't know, comedy. I want to get better. I want to do more comedy this year. Get better, put more time into doing comedy. I really enjoy it, but I go through fluctuations sometimes where I lessen on it a little bit, and I want to really this year, like throughout the whole year, actually be consistently doing more comedy. I want to finally move out, which I think is going to be happening very soon with my friend. Because I still live at home right now.
With Mom?
Yeah.
And Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
nice.
nice.
I thought you knew that.
But no, that's nice that they're still together.
Yeah, they don't like each other anymore, but they're together.
Well, probably because you still live there. They're probably
I could ruin the family when I move out because my brother and sister are gone, and I'm like a buffer zone right now, so there's a very good chance that when I move out, the family
you're the glue that holds them together?
Yeah, I could argue that, which is bad if I'm the glue.
Yeah.
Because, so that... And then this goes with moving out. I want to get laid more in 2018.
Oh, okay. Well, we have 7 live viewers. If anybody can help out Eric Fadie, he'll be live tonight at Jen's place.
I mean, it's going to be hard to beat one, but...
Yeah, well, that is... Just one time or one person?
Both.
Wow. Well,
so I'm going for 2.
Yeah,
I'm going for having sex twice this year.
You have that nice fresh haircut, so I think you have a better chance.
Thank you.
And I think with your success, people are
noticing you
on the highway.
I hope so.
On the expressway.
Right.
So I think it will happen.
Right.
I mean, if anything,
gotta dream big.
Oh, my 7th grade science teacher just said, "Sweet Lord, Mrs. Abbott, you caused such a beautiful podcast yesterday," and then she tuned in today to find out about.
I can only imagine
about how you live with your parents and you need to get laid.
Right. Setting goals high.
Blaine said, "Mike is a car salesman at heart." Probably.
You are a good salesman, way better than me, for sure.
Well, it's just the blue shirt. I mean, that's all you gotta have is a blue shirt.
Yeah, that's what I've learned from our boy Mike Lindell. We talked about Mike Lindell last time.
Mike Lindell had a blue shirt.
He wears the blue shirt. Remember the? I mean, he ended up dying from coke, but the Oxy Maze guy or Oxy Billy Mays.
Billy Mays,
blue shirt.
That guy could sell anything.
You know what, dude? Lindell, when you say that for real, when we talked to him about that, one of the few things when they researched him and said like what he was doing right, they said that the blue shirt, people like the blue shirt.
People are endeared to blue shirts.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I can tell because it's a soft blue. It's very comforting. It's like looking at the sky.
Right.
It's like it brings you back to the days of your childhood when you're laying in 1,000 dandelions looking at the sky.
Right. I don't know what it is, but people like blue.
All right. I just made all that up, but I think it's maybe true.
I wasn't really paying attention, so
you're like just thinking about like I still need to get laid.
I was just thinking about my resolutions still.
So yeah, so you are.
I think that's it though. 3.
I mean that's a whole charity thing in itself.
Right.
We're gonna raise money for the homeless, and then we're gonna make you not homeless.
Right.
And live. You're gonna stay with a friend or what?
We're gonna move. I think I'm actually kind of pretty far along. Actually, that one's gonna probably happen. I mean, I think Ferndale area.
Oh, that's
I want to
nice.
move to like. I'm like a city boy. I like to be where I can walk around the bars and stuff. I mean, where I live right now, like I can't take an Uber anywhere. All the bars I go to got the same old freaking kids from high school that I don't want to talk to anymore. So.
But you're famous now, don't they? Are they pumped? Are they?
They're just jealous now.
Yeah.
No, don't talk to me because they're jealous.
Look at that big wig over there with his blue shirt on.
They're just mad because this kid in high school that they all made fun of is like doing something cool, and now they're just like, well, I'm going to the Red Dog every night. Yeah, I know you don't know what a Red Dog is. It's some shitty bar in Milford.
Yeah. Oh, you're from Milford.
Kinda. I'm really from Commerce, but.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Milford. That's a great Milford.
Milford. That's how I learned how to spell it. Milford.
That's a great town. So you're gonna do that. You're gonna get laid twice.
Right.
You're gonna.
I'm not going for 3. That's 2. Just if I can do 2, that's twice as much.
That's 100% increase.
Or exactly. That's good numbers.
I'm not a mathematician, but
neither am I. But I agree.
And then also you're gonna quit drinking energy drinks.
I actually already quit last year. I only had, I believe, last year 3 energy drinks all year long, which was a big deal for me. And this year I'm going to maybe try to just drink, but I'm drinking Mountain Dew, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like coffee is the problem, and sometimes I do need a booster up, but it's like, I don't know.
I drink the coffee,
right.
And I'm addicted to Red Bull, but
right.
I also quit Red Bull, and I feel addiction. I feel like, I feel irritable.
I just need I don't really get that stuff. I just need the caffeine sometimes. Like when I'm just, and honestly, if it weren't for comedy, I would tell you this: if it weren't for comedy, I wouldn't even need it. It's just because you do the same thing where you're hustling all day. Then sometimes you get these shows at night, and it's at night, so you just naturally do need a little bit of an energy boost. It's not that it's not like I don't need cocaine level energy boost, but something. And so honestly, though, if I didn't do comedy, if I just did the podcast in the day and went home and just did my thing at night, I probably wouldn't even drink caffeine anymore. But it's just, you're driving an hour here, an hour there, it's at night. It's just, you need something to get you going a little.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about the coffee, and I'm trying to get off the Red Bulls, and I feel that. Mrs. Hennigy, she said, no! Mountain Dew will kill you.
Okay. Well, everything I do kills me.
Yeah, there's not much
I binge drink.
You binge drink?
Yeah, that's the only way I drink. I don't even drink 1 or 2 beers. I binge drink. I sleep with the TV on. I don't really sleep that well. I drink Mountain Dew. I eat shitty food. I mean, so whatever.
Mrs. Hennigy,
but thank you.
I know you were trying to help. Eric's a lost soul.
I know.
Eric's a lost soul. He's just drinking his Mountain Dew.
I don't even care, man. I didn't even think I was going to make it to 30, and I'm almost 34. So it's all cupcakes from here.
Yeah, it's all profit.
Right.
It's all profit.
I'm on house money right now as I see it.
That's great. So what did, you think you're going to be able... You're not quitting Mountain Dew, though, huh?
No. She said she's gonna try. I'll look at this later. She's trying to give me. I don't know what that is, so maybe I'll message her later. Whatever this thing is that she's trying to give me in. I don't want. But see, I don't want none of that health bullshit energy stuff where there's like, oh, this is natural resources. It never does the same.
Resources. It's oil and coal.
Any of the things that people always ask me, they're like, oh, these are herbal things, and they'll get you the same energy. I've never gotten the same energy from any of that stuff. So.
I like the peppermint oil they put on you. Like, you got a headache? Here, put some peppermint on you. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
My head smells like a spearmint candy.
I don't know. We'll see. But thank you. I appreciate it, Shannon.
She's loving it.
If you're impressed with that, Shannon, you'd be even more impressed if you came out to Jenny's place tonight.
Jen's place
tonight, 8 p.m.
And she just said research wolfberries.
Okay, fine.
I'm not sure if that's an energy drink or something to get laid.
Yeah, be clear. Is that to help me get laid or to help me have energy?
If you're thinking about getting laid, I'll get some of those wolfberries.
Right. Maybe that. I mean, I'd like more advice on the getting laid thing than I worry about the quitting Mountain Dew thing.
Yeah. Anybody have any advice? Anybody have some advice for Eric? We need some ladies' man tips for him.
Right. I think being 33 and living at home is being a hindrance at this point. I do admit that.
Yeah, there's chicks aren't into that.
I don't think so.
They're like, dude, are you
telling
me I can come home and meet your parents in one day?
I know. I always try to I always try to put it in a positive spin. Like, well, I always kind of just said, I just moved back because of blank, and then I'm looking to move out again, and I don't know.
Yeah. So. And what did they say?
They don't believe it. I don't think so.
Yeah, they're like, get out of here.
Yeah, you're fucking lying.
I heard you on Detroit, guys.
Right, you're fucking lying.
It is what it is, but isn't that that freedom's going to taste so sweet when you get out?
Yeah, and to be clear, I actually have lived out of my house before, and not somebody who never moved out. It really was at first because the podcast wasn't paying any money, and I had some credit card debt. So I would say, to be fair on that, and I understand that what it sounds like. I don't like living at home. Like, I'm not one of these kids who likes the security of it and likes my mom making my food. It was like, at first it wasn't the thing I had to do because I just wasn't making any money doing the podcast. So luckily I'm very blessed that the Detroit Cast, which you can find 5 days a week at detroitcast.com or iTunes, YouTube,
paying your way, man.
Is doing good enough that I can finally move out with a buddy.
And not only that, you're helping everybody in the community. I mean, you're helping homeless people, and that's pretty huge.
Yeah,
especially
for sure.
When you went from a person who was almost homeless, then your parents took you back in,
That's
and
a
then
great
you
point.
helped the homeless.
That's a great point.
You are a saint.
Oh,
you are somebody who really is selfless. You could have sold out. You could have got a job and lived and did a job that wasn't what you really wanted to do, and you could have had an apartment, and then you would have never raised any money for the homeless.
Right.
You would have just been selfish in your apartment, drinking liters upon liters of Mountain Dew.
Right.
And here you are making a difference.
Right. I agree. I'm a great person. That's a good point.
He's hosting the show tonight. That's Eric Fadie. Great person. Advice.
Say what you mean what you say. Jesus, I don't know what that.
Yeah, I don't. Blaine never got laid either, so
I'm not a guy. My one thing I will say is if anything with girls, that I'm too honest. So like, if he's trying to suggest that I'm lying to girls, I don't do games with girls, which I actually think hurts me more often than not. Like, I don't fucking sit here and lie. I don't blah blah blah. So if anything, I'm too honest. So
well, hey, let's
we
gotta wrap up because we gotta go to the show. But let's draw the dry T-shirt contest. We have about 28-something people entered into it. It's our promotion on Facebook. If you liked and shared our event, we put you in this drawing. So we're gonna draw the T-shirt right now. Eric Fadie, will you do the honors?
Oh, sure. Wow. I can't read, so this will be interesting.
All right, let's see.
Oh, is it just numbers or a name?
I think they're their name.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
I think I can read this. Jamie Westfall?
Jamie Westfall.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, that is a real person. Jamie Westfall, you won a free, authentic, top-of-the-line Future Comedy Show T-shirt that won't chafe your nipples.
Nice.
You can pick it up tonight. Besides that, we appreciate you guys all watching. And if you want to see us, trust me, the lineup is super dope. Mike Czar's hilarious. Adam Gilbert, Andy Beningo. James Stevens is in town from California. He just moved back. So this lineup is packed jam full of talent. You will definitely want to see it. Eric, thank you for being here the second time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
We'll see you. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry.